My leg muscles are unbelievably tight. They always have been. So today I'm starting a 30-day challenge, 10 minutes of stretching a day, around 30-second hold per stretch. Let's get straight into it. So we're just going to do a few quick tests to see how flexible I am to start off with, and then we'll retest them at the end. So the first one is bum against the wall, legs straight, toes back towards me, how far I can reach towards my toes. 95 centimeters. Pathetic. The next one's how far I can reach towards my toes with my toes pointed away. So this one, I can get to 99 centimeters. Again, pathetic. This measurement's just testing out the flexibility of my groin muscles. So we're measuring from the inside of both my ankles, which is 129 centimeters. Day one. So here's the game plan. 30 days, 10 minutes of stretching every day. My hamstrings, groin, glutes, hip flexors, calves, quads, not to mention more hamstrings, groin, hamstrings, and hamstrings. It's day 7, just got up to do my stretching. Haven't seen much of a difference yet, but I'm gonna stretch with this beautiful sunrise in the background. How good's that? We are up to day 8, and I can finally touch my toes. Oh. With difficulty. My legs are a bit tired and sore today. Just got back from a 6.5K run and my legs are sore from the gym yesterday, but 10 minutes of stretching and then it's bedtime. It's worse than yesterday. Day 10 and I can sit with my legs straight, my feet back, no pain behind my knees, and that's a massive improvement. So going well. We're at day 15, just starting my stretching. We've got 8 minutes left and then we're officially halfway through the challenge. Alrighty guys, just finished day 16 of the challenge and it's actually starting to look really good and I'm finally starting to feel some progress. The pain behind my knees in the hamstring stretches is getting better. I'm starting to get my chest close to my thighs in those forward stretches. I'm getting Claude to push me and give me a bit of overpressure and a bit of a deeper stretch. And I'm actually starting to see some improvement. So let's see how the rest of the days pan out. So, just finished my long run for the week. I just ran 26 Ks through Melbourne, which was an amazing way to see in the city. I haven't been here for a couple of years, so that was awesome. And I'm just gonna finish it off now. I've had my shower, I'm feeling fresh, but I'm just gonna freshen up even more with my 10 minutes of stretching. So let's smash it out. Oh, this one still sucks. Alrighty guys, that is the 10 minutes complete. There's the proof. Let's go get a feed. Day 21, 10 days to go. Day 25 done, 5 days to go. It's day 27 that we've just smashed out. We've got 3 days left and the flexibility is killing at the moment. I'm killing it. Well, we're into the last 40 seconds of our 30-day challenge. It's actually been a pretty awesome 30 days. I've improved in my head a lot more than what I thought I would, but we're gonna have to see the results tomorrow on those initial measurements that we did. But from what I can see, I can lean forwards. I can grab the bottom of my heel now, either side, like that. I can reach forward double leg. and grab my toes and my standing one for the last 10 seconds, I can almost get my chest down on my legs with somewhat slightly bent knees. So that is it. We're done. 30 days of stretching. Let's see how the measurements stack up tomorrow. Alrighty guys, moment of truth. It is day 31. I finished my 30 days of stretching yesterday. We're going to do the reassessment now from those initial measurements we did at the beginning to see if my hamstring and groin flexibility has improved. Now, I haven't warmed up or anything like that because that's what we did for the first measurement, just to keep it accurate. So the first one is toes back, double arm reach forwards, and we are getting, the first one was 95, we are 108. Now, so that's 13 centimeter improvement, which is absolutely massive. So stoked on that one. And for our groin measurement, so a bum against the wall, testing the measurement between our two ankle bones. Initially, we only got 129 centimeters, and today we've tested it and we've recorded a massive 144 centimeters, which is a huge 15 centimeter improvement. So extra stoked on this one. The next one is bum against the wall, toes pointing away and reaching far forward, and that is 110. So what was that? An 11 centimeter improvement. So the challenge is done, and I thought a great way to finish off the video would be just my key points from doing this video and what I've learned and what I found interesting. So the first one is that I was so surprised at how much improvement I actually made. I did this challenge to see that if you do a bare minimum, which is 10 minutes of stretching a day, you could actually get improvements. And what this challenge has shown us is that we actually can get really big improvements. To make an increase in my leaning reach and my groin flexibility between 10 and 15 centimeters in only a combined 3 hours of stretching across the month is a pretty big deal to me. Now, to be completely transparent, to do 30 days of stretching, it did take me 33 days. So I did miss a couple of days here and there. But what is really good about that is that we can still make improvements with a natural training style, because it's pretty hard to maintain constant daily habits. And it's good to see that even if you miss a day, you're still going to get those improvements. Now, also, I did complete this without any other training that could help improve my flexibility. So I didn't do any yoga, I didn't do any Pilates or any other training that could aid in that improvement. This was just purely from the 10 minutes of stretching. I also didn't change my exercise routine in any way, and it was basically just upper body strength sessions at the gym and running 3 times a week. The second main takeaway point that I found really interesting was the way the nature and the type of my pain that I experienced during the stretching. So day 1, I was really sensitive behind my knees. So you've got long nerves that run down basically from your lower back all the way down to your foot. So you've got your sciatic nerve in your thigh that splits off into your tibial and peroneal nerve into your lower leg, and they attach to your foot. So when you're doing these hamstring stretches with your toes back, it is putting that nerve under a bit of tension. And for me, I carry a lot of sensitivity behind my knee region. And so when starting out in the challenge, the first few days were extremely painful doing all those hamstring stretches, because it just put so much tension on that nerve, so much so that I was getting numbness down into my foot at the end of each 30-second hold. And I wasn't even pushing hard. I was just pushing into a mild stretch pain. But what you could see over the 30 days, after about 5 to 6 days, that numbness completely disappeared, and that pain behind my knee also eased up a lot, where at the end of the 30 days of stretching, the stretch pain that I experienced shifted from like a nerve almost shooting pain behind my knee, and it shifted up into the middle of my thigh, where I could actually feel it purely on the hamstrings. And what's really interesting about this is that when you're doing hamstring stretches, as I mentioned before, you're naturally doing something called a tensioner technique. So you're basically putting, if you think of that long nerve that I was talking about, you're putting tension on either end of the nerve. And over time, that can reduce the sensitivity of the nerve itself. And for me, that has worked an absolute treat in my own flexibility. The last point I want to mention is a common misconception about stretching itself. People usually believe that stretching is actually elongating or stretching the muscle fibers themselves. But what we know about stretching is it might actually be an adaptation to sensitivity. So as I mentioned before, I was really sensitive in my legs to begin with, but over time, as I get used to going through that range of motion, my body adapts to that feeling and then I get more flexible. So flexibility itself is rather your ability to move through a range of motion rather than the length of the muscle tissue itself. So that's the 30 days complete. They're my 3 quick take-home messages. I'm gonna keep stretching though because I really wanna see how much improvement I can make, and I might even do a 60-day update for you guys, but make sure you like and subscribe. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you can think of any other challenge ideas that you want me or DB to do, make sure you leave them in the comments, but that's it for now. We'll see you in the next video.